Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Oh, okay, didn't do any readings yesterday, and of course, there's a zillion things to look at today. So today I promise to relax, trust life, and enjoy the ride. Now, got peppermint tea and not peppermint tea, dandelion tea in here. Peppermint will be next on the list. And while I'm talking, dandelion tea, very good for the liver. While I'm talking about things that are good for you, please, especially if you're in the northern climes, make sure your vitamin D is up to date. And also your B12. B12 is very important at the moment because it's for jangly nerves and anxiety. So I yesterday didn't really get any time off by the time I had visitor in the morning, early morning, doctor for my annual checkup. And the reason I take B12 is because my last blood test last year was saying that I was a bit low. Haircut, grocery shop, hearting emails, and the day absolutely got away with me. Now, I just want to actually share a word that my guides have been given to me today quite clearly, and I have actually typed it several times, and I'm like, this is not a word I would usually use, and I even had to confirm what it actually meant. And my guides today are very clearly giving me the word disseminate. Disseminate means to spread information widely. Post a lot of stuff in my post section, and basically information is being shared widely, plants seeds of doubt in those that need to be exposed to the truth. But it also is, it's very much about information getting out there. Now, we've just had full moon shine a light, bright light on a number of things, especially the EPS file dump that has come out recently. And apparently there was an email in there about an FBI report of bodies at the ranch. Now, I've read on that a couple of times. There's a lot that I won't share with you that I've been shown because it's just absolutely too ghastly. So if you pop Zorro, if you feel that you can, pop Zorro in the search engine. But yeah, it's really starting to unravel. Okay, what do I want to have a look at today? Gosh, there's a lot going on. A number of my viewers have very empath have been describing that they are not only exhausted, and that's what I'm finding, but they've been suffering tinnitus or migraines or just an intensity of energy at the moment. So just be aware that things are really ramping up, and take care of yourself. Okay, what do I want to have a look at? Oh, where on earth do I start? I'm just going to comment on it. I'm not going to read on it. Very convenient that the two ICE agents named in the Alex Pretty unaliving just happened to be Hispanic. Let me put my disbelief in there. Very convenient that they happen to be both of Hispanic names. I'm a bit dubious about that they are actually the agents that were involved. It just shows how I don't trust anything that comes out of this regime at the moment. Okay, what do I want to have a look at first? Where on earth do I start? I'm actually going to start with the French raid at the ex-HQ or the Twitter HQ in Paris. I have read on information in France in regards to election interference a few times, but this has really caught my attention. So apparently French police and the UK police are also doing an investigation in regards to with the cybercrimes with X. Trying to keep something under wraps in regards to votes that's is actually going to be legally devastating, because I keep getting that something about the interference is going to come out of France, that's being the overseas. The UK is also doing a cyber investigation. Now, don't forget the Steele dossier came from the UK. Oh, justice. I got justice there, and I'm sure I glanced the sun. The steel does and some sort of announcement action being taken that's just going to be absolutely explosive. Okay, so right, I'll stop glancing at the cards because my guides do tell me to glance. So the UK is also doing a cyber investigation in regards to the company that was formerly known as Twitter in regards to Holocaust denial, child porn, and manipulation of data, etc. But remember that the steel. What did I have there? Oh, everything's flying out. Manipulation, Russia, and the information that's going to come out is just going to be chaotically too much. And it's to do with, pardon me, voting, bring an end to something in regards to voting. When I'm talking about elections, pentacles mean votes for me. So there's a legacy to do with the voting. Okay, right. Put the cards down. Get the discussion out first. So the UK is also doing an investigation. Now, the French, the Steele dossier, which came out, was it 2015? And that was the one that basically said the orange twerp was a Rusky asset during the Hillary twerp race. And that there was Rusky interference, etc. And then it was buried by Bill Barr. Remember that. So that also came out. Oh gosh, it's going to be some sort of huge wake-up announcement that comes out in regards to this. That's going to bring a legacy to an end. Okay. In other news, Spain is also forming laws to prevent to stop under 16s or under 15s. I'm not sure, didn't quite see the age, but it very much following on in the footsteps of France and Australia from accessing social media. Apparently, the French cybercrime police have some voluntarily summons Musk to a hearing. He's not been subpoenaed, it is a voluntary summons, but we'll have a look at that as well. So, remembering also that the company formerly known, oh my goodness, the major arcanas that are coming out, the sun, the tower, and what was that popped out there? A lot of information coming out really quickly, and there's my treason card. Treason, betrayal, heartbreak, despair, but yeah, it's my treason card. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So the company formerly known as Twitter was fined 120 million euros in December for breaching media laws, social media laws in France. But let's have a look. What is the cybercrime police? Now, apparently it's to do, they're claiming it's the Holocaust denial, the dissemination, there's that word again, of Holocaust denial, child porn, and very much about Grok's ability to nudify. I'm remembering also under Keg's breath, Grok is now the AI of choice in the Department of Defense. Oh, and the manipulation of data processing. Oh, okay. They've flipped these cards over. So we've got here, is this changing votes? Entertainment only. I know I need a bigger sign. It'll get there. Is this money trail or vote changing trail? Because, as I said, when I'm talking about elections, it's pentacles mean the votes, and this figure here, he's got a couple down here, or actually, as he hasn't worked on these two, and then he's hung all these up. And again, there's that lot of information full exposure. And there's that Tower card again. Contracts and agreements that were made, that have been seen. And then we've got the smoke and mirrors and the walking away. Manipulation, poor choices, smoke and mirrors, confusion, and walking away. I always get that Fleon I get that he's heading for Argentina. Now, I don't know if he's safe there. Remembering also that the Orange Trip recently gave Argentina, what was it, 40 billion, was it? Something along those lines, to get them out of trouble. Yeah, it went to some certain people. Harsh truth coming forward and information about the votes. So let's have a look. Let's keep going. Sorry, I'll try and stop popping individual cards out there and actually get a spread on this. Show me what are the cyber police uncovering and showing. Here's Binty Dog hiding out there. The cat was having a big play this morning, so the dogs are hiding out from the cat. Right, information coming from overseas. What are the cyber police finding out? I'm just going to say information overseas, waiting for the ship to come in. For the ship to come in, they have to be sent out first, up on the battlements, looking out to see, waiting. The plan has been cast. The die has been cast. Thank you. The net has been set, and they're waiting for something to come. Oh, look what's on the bottom. Icky, 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 icky. Absolutely. And if you're wondering what deck I'm using, it's the Golden Universal Tarot. Okay, let's see where this goes. The challenge is the plan, the international plan for information. So both these cards, 2 and 3 of Wands, very much both up on the battlements, both waiting for a ship to come in. This is the planning stage. This is the plan coming to fruition stage. So the challenge was the planning stage, the international planning stage. Okay, what are they finding out? Foundation, you've got the Star. The energy that it's stewing in at the moment is the Star. Pouring 2 cups, 2 jugs of water, one onto land and one onto sea. I'm really getting bringing to light. The energy that they're stewing in, bringing to light some really prominent, some stars. Oh, Starlink. Duh. Sorry, sometimes I'm a bit slow and my guides need to kick it in there for me. Yeah, what are they stewing in at the moment? Starlink. Right, a lot of information coming into their possessions quickly. Things moving rapidly. I mean, this was the raid, and I suspect they garnered a lot. Working together with others, 3 of Cups, the energy over the reading here, the 3 of Cups. Now, I will look at the whistleblower with Gabbard. Apparently, David from Tarot by the Bay did a reading on it. I haven't seen it yet. I'm so behind on watching my videos. But there's three agencies is what I'm getting involved here. Now, this might be cybercrime in France, MI6, would it be? MI5, whichever one's their international one, or the cybercrime in the UK. And there's a third here that is looking into this. Okay. It's to do with, this is about legacy, this is about oligarchs, this can also be about end of an era and shifting through into the new. But this side of the the archway. This side of the portal is the old dude with all the pentacles there. The immediate future. Targeting the legacy of an oligarch, but again, I can't get away from the feeling it's to do with votes, because there is the voter. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. One on top of the other. The voters, this is externally, the voters. This is the near future, the votes. Ending. Okay. Internally, legal restriction. Removing the blindfold and moving out from some sort of legal restriction or some sort of restriction. Now, I'm just going to mention, I'll just pop those down for a second. I'm just going to mention that in typical fashion, the wording coming out from the US is that that it was politicized, a politicized attack, and saying that aggressive, a sharp response from the United States, well, this is from the regime, which claims that aggressive regulation risks infringing on the freedom of expression and unfairly targeting US-based technology companies. No, it's not. Abide by the laws of other countries and you won't be in breach of those laws. So it's not just formerly Twitter as well, it's also Meta and TikTok have failed to tackle content, disinformation and hate speech, so they're all getting targeted. But in a statement, Twitter slammed the French police as being politicised and the allegations underlying are baseless. Well, no, they're not. I hate to tell you. No, they're not. But what it is, they're starting to panic. There is a panic starting to set in about what will be discovered, is my feels. Whoo-wee. Okay, and what is actually involved. Now, hopes and fears, we have this King of Cups, the negotiator, the diplomat, it can be a Fleon card because is he a Cancer or something along those lines? I can't remember what star sign he is, but he is a water sign. I'm just feeling like it's not an earthquake, but I am feeling like the earth is actually having a tremble there. No, it's not an earthquake. It's just me and my guides. Hopes and fears. He is on a green throne here, but this is also, was also my card for Biden, who is a Scorpio. Now, I'm going to say it again. Biden signed into law something. It was actually written by the Orange Twerp back in 2000 and, during his first regime, or he was written under guidance or signed by under guidance by the Orange Twerp. Something to do with removing a administration if there is proof of foreign interference. Now remember, the Orange Twerp, after he lost in 2020, there was 60, 70 something court cases trying to prove that there was interference, and none of them succeeded. Biden actually signed that. It was written by the Orange Twerp in his first regime, but it was in an attempt to be able to remove future administrations. Well, Biden signed it into law. So there's a fear here. Now, I've gotten the other day that was behind the Georgia raid. Now, in the Georgia raid, they took the 2020 election results. If they were after voters' information, they would have taken the 2024 results. 2020 is an attempt, I keep getting, is an attempt to delegitimize Biden's administration so that they can get rid of him having signed that into law. Remember, they were so desperate about getting the auto pen action because they were claiming it was signed by auto pen, and they failed on that. Yeah, fear is this Biden legislation. Okay. Oh, where do we go with this? Right, there's my Avril Haines card, the outcome. DNI Haines, Director of National Intelligence under Biden, Avril Haines. Okay. Magician, manipulation by Russia. No, her report, usually the election report comes out within months after the election, never released. Do not forget Biden and Harris abandoning their holidays. They'd literally just left on holidays and racing back to the White House when the report was presented. Yeah, this is important. Now, then we've got the Eight of Cups because of Russia walking away. This could be somebody fleeing very slowly as information about voter manipulation comes out, changing votes comes out, volatile information, and harsh truth, legal, and there's the second flee card. So watch for who flees first. It might be Fleon. Fleeing, here again is another voter, Three of Pentacles, another vote manipulation card, whistleblower with the Page of Swords, and then we've got the Emperor, and then big stick moment. And then King of Swords, my Jack Smith card, and death, ending. So I'm going to say it again. Okay, devil, treason, information about the votes coming forward, Ten of Swords, Ace of Swords, abuse of power, the orange twerp himself. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Betrayal, abuse of power, deception, self-sabotage. Okay, so what the cybercrime unit in France is going to find out is to do with election interference, and not just in the US, but by Fleon. Okay, let's have a look. What's going to happen with Fleon? Oh gosh, the Emperor and the Steel. Now, this was the last card that came up, not necessarily this deck, but the last card that came up when I last read on what was going to happen on the 5th of November. Probably on the 4th of November, I got Harris winning, Steel. And at the time, I interpreted it as Harris being accused of stealing. Oh boy, little did we know. So what's going to happen with Fleon? Or there's going to be some sort of distraction announcement from the White House come forward. There always is. But what's going to happen to Leon in regards to this? I call him Fleon because he is the biggest parasite on the back of the US taxpayer, between EV credits, contracts to the Department of Defense, contracts to NASA, contracts to you name it. He is just an absolute US taxpayer bloodsucker, and other countries around the world. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look what's going to happen to Fleon after this raid. What's Fleon going to do? Okay, they're telling me to ask, what's Fleon going to do? What's Fleon going to do? What's Fleon? Right. Right, there's the vote flipping. Also reduced funds. I mean, he's not going to be poor, but when all his contracts are scrapped, he's going to have nothing because he's got a heck of a lot of debt. But this is my vote flipping, my vote manipulation card. These were changed to these. The challenge is faced with legal restriction. Oh, and finding himself out. Company formerly known as Twitter might find itself out from Europe. Out in the cold, unable to access money. Okay, let's see where this goes. The foundation, justice, absolutely. Actions having consequences, but justice being brought down. In the past, abuse, manipulation, betrayal, win at any cost. That turns into self-sabotage. Okay, crowning this reading. Lady Liberty, the symbol of France is feminine. Vive la France. Looking at what they have, not deciding on what to actually release. So this is the energy over the here and now. Immediate future, there's that card again, that Biden card, the King of Cups. Externally, poor choices, delusion, smoke and mirrors, shell game. Look over here while that's happening over there. Internally, it's to do with national security with the Queen of Pentacles there. Hopes and fears, there's the orange twerp with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, fearing, holding on, literally clutching at that pentacle. There's the voter, the Ten of Cups. There's the whistleblower, bringing forward the truth. And there's the treason card again. And you guys watch me shuffle. Treason, and we are going to be in uncharted waters. I really think that the French are going to find the vote manipulation, the cyber police. Oh boy, off the cliff and in uncharted waters. And there's the Ten of Swords. Complete and utter downfall. And there, it's to do with vote manipulation from overseas, being fully exposed. Sorry, a bit of a tickle today. Being fully exposed. Bloody hell. Excuse me. And the end of the legacy. Judgment card, big announcement about the false victory and the Starlink coming in for the information coming from overseas. And it's going to be Ten of Wands, it's going to be wild, and there's Russia. Could also be the birth of something new, but Russia. And then we've got the Four of Swords, being forced to go and have a lie down, a retreat. Oh, this could be the passing of the orange twerp. I've never seen him jailed. And then the real nightmare starts because there's no protection. Oh boy, oh boy. Right, we've got, if I look on the bottom, we've got that Five of Pentacles, out in the cold, strength of the pouring from cup to cup, the alchemy. You've got the Moon card, High Priestess card, the Emperor card, the Hanged Man card, and then the Hierophant. The higher authorities, somebody stepping in. Now, this isn't Supreme Court. I don't know who this is going to be able to step in. Could be Congress itself. Oh, okay, thank you. My guides just told me that Congress is going to dissolve itself. Okay, watch this space. That's what I heard. Congress will dissolve itself. Don't ask me how that works. Uncharted territories. So, okay, let's have a quick look. I'm just going to follow up the cybercrime department in Hawaii. Remember, just after November the 5th, Harris went to Hawaii for supposed holiday, have a break, and apparently she visited the cybercrime there. Okay, you've got the orange twerp desperately trying to hold on, but also desperately trying to keep something a secret. That's why they're trying to delegitimize Biden. I think, oh gosh, what was that? The Sun card. They're going to run out of time is what I keep getting. So tell me, Harris's visit to the cybercrime in Hawaii, are they involved? Are they somehow involved as well? I mean, why would you go on holidays and visit the cybercrime division in Hawaii? That's a bit strange. Let's have a look. The cybercrime division in Hawaii. It's that military again. Now, I don't think we're going to have a military coup as such, but I think the military may remove the regime guards. I'm getting military police, perhaps, because they've got an armband on. Okay, let's see where we go. Right, the cybercrime, cybersecurity in Hawaii. Right. They have information that they weren't quite sure what to do with. They haven't decided. It's not time. Oh gosh, it is. It's close. Sitting there with the blindfold on, with the two swords of truth. It's almost like waiting for the moment. Challenged by Nine of Pentacles. Those that have feathered their nest. I'm not saying any of those in the cybercrime, but those that feathered their nest. The information they've got, 10 of Wands, could end everything, but it's about coordinating it. In the past, talking with those overseas with the 2 of Wands, there was some sort of agreement that was made. I'm getting hang tight. I'm hearing the word hang tight. Well, 2 words. There was some sort of agreement that was made. Now, hindsight is a wonderful thing. However, can you imagine the chaotic civil war that would have happened if Biden and Harris had refused to leave office? It would have been, I hate to say it, probably it would have been worse than what currently is. And then it would have been a real division of the US. The only way to destroy a cult is from exposing it from within. So there was sort of, there was some sort of agreement that was made. I think Harris was getting orders from above, and the cybercrime, or the cyber security unit, they weren't happy with it, but they are abiding by the order that came through. Okay. The immediate future, 4 of Swords. Okay. Just again, I'm getting hang tight, biding their time at the moment. Externally, as the US goes through this nightmare situation, internally, they've got the goods to bring forward to present. They have everything they need. Let's see where this goes. There's Jack Smith and the hopes and fears. The hermit coming out of isolation and shining a light. In regards to, so we've got 7 of Pentacles. This could be the reaping of votes. And then the guardrails holding with the 9 of Wands. Guardrails holding, harsh truth coming forward, and then the sword of truth. I would say they know. They are being sworn to secrecy. Waiting for the right time to come forward. And then you've got the Flea card, those that chain themselves to the devil. The Starlink with the star card there. 5 of Pentacles, loss. And then big stick moment. I keep going. We've then got volatile information coming forward. There's my DNI Haynes card. The 4 of Cups, emotionally dejected about the dark money that was involved and the vote flipping. But the information is going to come out on the back foot. End of a legacy. Judgment card about the false victory of the Emperor. And there he is being stopped. Oh boy. And if I go military, White House. They know. They know. And we're told to hang tight. Right. Is it because, I know this is getting a long reading, is this because the information, they decided that the information has to come from overseas? Is this because the decision was made that the information had to come from overseas? Because if it came from within, we would just end up with 2021 through to 24 again with the regime screaming, crying. It would actually be full-on civil war. Because remember how many believed him back then? So let's have a look. Was it because it needs to come from overseas? Come on down. Back up against the wall, the election fiddling, strength, and the votes, the voters, end of a cycle, unity of diversity. I think this is the cyber security unit basically told to hang tight about the vote flipping because they needed the orange twerp to be taken down by his own people. This is also can be dysfunctional families or end of the family. Smoke and mirrors, the devil, Starlink itself again. Secrets being revealed, sword of truth, and treason. And I'm going to say yes, it did need to, and then we're back into this off the cliff and in uncharted waters. Nightmare situation. Things being revealed with the moon card there. The journey that has had to happen. And also you've got here the journey that needed to happen between the social norms and the divisive wildness. You've then got the Four of Pentacles and then the Two of Wands, the information coming from overseas. And they keep going. Page of Pentacles, information about the votes coming forward, the agreement to hang tight, the flipping, the higher authorities, with the Hierophant, the Ace of Pentacles. Big information coming forward that's going to put a number of people in a legal restrictive position. So yeah, I am getting yes that they, for whatever reason, and I'm sure it'll make sense in hindsight, this is more than just a raid about, she's that card again. Things getting fully exposed. This is more than just a raid due to grok. Okay, I'll leave it there. We could be down this rabbit hole for half a day following up leads. Let's see how it plays. Oh, and I noticed my picture is slightly crooked. Okay, catch you shortly. Bye-bye.